Mm-mm. Yes, yes, yes. We are back, and today is Wednesday, everybody. This is our usual midweek when so which is also the same day as Wednesday when, because this is the mid of the week. I want us to pause and list or focus on a couple of things that went right before we dive into the topic. So as I'm going to show you the intro and the outro, I want you to start thinking about something that are going right, and as well of interacting with the topic. So I'm going to ask a question of Will, and we'll have a conversation about some things that you may have not thought about, right? Because you
Mm-hmm.
always hear one end of it, but
Mm-hmm.
we never discuss the other end, right? So before we get to all that deep woo conversation, guess what? Okay, my alarm just went off because I'm supposed to be up. I have an alarm so I can get up and move around every hour or so, especially in the evening when I come home from working half of the day. So let's do the actual real quick so we could come back and have this wonderful discussion. Hi, Will. How are
Hello.
you?
It's good again to be with you. It's been a hectic day, but I'm here and we're about to have a great conversation. Looking forward to it.
Excellent. Now, as wonderful as that intro is, that was not the one I was supposed to play, but okay. Well, and we're
Very
in the
good.
middle of Wednesday. That's all right. We're gonna
Yes.
go with it. And we're gonna start our conversation. I hope you could hear me because I've noticed that my volume is a little low, but can you hear me?
I can hear loud and clear.
All right, fantastic. So, Mr. Will, before we get started, let me introduce myself real quick. I am Dr. Daphne Phillip. I am the CEO and founder of Parallelogram Institute, where we work with educators and teach them how to monetize their teaching skills. In other words, you have some great experience that the business world really need. I'm going to show you how to figure out what that is. Are you needed? How much you get paid? Where can you
Mm,
find your customers, right? So it's
right.
a quick five simple process that I walk you through step by step. You'll get an opportunity to hear all about it and pretty soon. And that's what I do. So I am also on Twitter, YouTube. Please make sure this gonna be posted on YouTube. When you see click and subscribe to the YouTube channel, I appreciate definitely. I also have a Facebook group where we discuss these tips, these resources that you could have access to for free. Definitely click on the link when it says posted to join our Facebook group. I'm also on Twitter. Follow me there. LinkedIn. Follow me there as well. If you have any question, any comment, check out our website. You can also book an appointment on the website as well to speak to me for a free 30 minutes phone call that I have on that. So that is me in a nutshell. Woohoo! Well, tell the people who you are and how is it that we become talk partners, interview partners. Woohoo! Go ahead.
Yes, yes, yes. Hello, everyone. My name is Will Baptiste. If you don't know me for whatever reason, I am also your favorite brother from another mother on the other side of the world. And I am the founder of Will to Rise. Will to Rise is it's really this. Its mission is to teach people how to become self-aware of the four types of trauma that they have experienced, right? Through a step by step program so that they'll be more empowered, minimize their triggers, and be calmer within. Now, let me tell you how I met this, you know, lady by the name of Dr. Daphne Phillip. Her and I are part of a team of a think tank team where we serve in the executive board, and her and I we click. We have we've been working together ever since. So I have learned so much to the point where sometimes I go to bed with a headache because I have so much information.
And
So I
that's
have
good.
to slow my brain down, literally slow my brain down to say, hey, okay, that's enough. So again, we're gonna make an effort to be here with you every Wednesday to bring you Wednesday wins. So Dr. Daphne, what do you have for us today?
Oh, great. As you can tell, we know those of us, if you work from home, you get children, you get cats, you get dogs, you get phone, you get alarm. So that's just part of it. At least now you know we are for real live, right?
That's right, that's right.
This is not a recording. We are
No,
live. So you down there, you know. Well, I have one question. If
yes,
you in business for yourself, you
right,
heard that you need to create, you heard the word avatar,
right,
customer profile, ideal
right.
client,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know what some other words they call for, but those are the most common titles. But
Right.
first, let's ask the regular question: what do you have in your ideal client? Well,
What do I
what?
have in the
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. My ideal client is really men,
Mm-hmm.
actually young boys as well. Young boys from the age anywhere between 16 to about 45. I know it's a range, but there's a reason for that. The age 16 and the age 45, they have studies that have been done when it comes to certain trauma that they have endure in the childhood. It shows up in the age of 16, and if they have endured some adult trauma, it's gonna show up around that time. So and that's what happened to me.
Mm.
So I decided to work with men around that group age. But however, does it mean that I exclude or I reject anyone else that wants? My goal is to help everyone, but I can't, because if I try to help everyone, I ended up helping no one, and I can't play God and I can't be their savior. They have to want to, but my focus or on because of my past experience, right? My focus is on parental neglect, adolescent, and also man that aspire to be a husband, already a husband, father, so on and so forth. So those are the what I look for. Those are my profile avatar. Those are some of the clients that I primarily work with.
Good. See, I'm going to keep it simple. You see how well it went into depth. So that's great. I love that he did that. So now we have a clear picture of who he's working with. I'm just going to do mine in kind of bullet points. One, I'm looking for educators, like professors, right? I look for professors, I look for principals, and I work with some superintendent. And those people that have 10 plus year in experiences, that's important. Female, yes, that's important. Age 45. You know why I choose female,
Mm,
especially single? Because they are rocking it entrepreneurship. If you look at it right now, Google, there's a lot of research being done that's showing that single women, especially, are rocking it. They are doing their doggone thing. So because I know for a fact those are the people I want to work with, people that already have their mind up, because I'm tired of the word mindset. Because if you
mm,
say mindset, you already said it. Somebody have to unset it. So if you keep it up, you don't have to always worry about mindset, because your goal is your own. Have to keep yourself motivated and keep going up and up. So that's why in our company we use the word mind up,
I
right?
love that. I love that.
Now understand, as Will said earlier, you cannot work with everybody. I know some of you, as you come into business first, because I did that. I want to help all teachers. Ask actually a couple weeks ago, Will and I had this whole conversation. That's why we're having the live now. You
Mm,
can't help everybody, but I want to. You know what happened? You get overwhelmed.
right.
You don't answer any questions because the questions are all over the place. So for those of you who really having trouble figuring an ideal client, you have to take time and do some research online. I'll give you two locations. Tap the question or you want to solve the problem with on Google. See, you have number of people that, number of choices that you have, and do the same thing on YouTube and go in trends that Google to see what other people are saying about it.
Mm,
You have to create an ideal client, right? As an
Absolutely.
educator, Will, every year the school gave us a list of students. I'm getting ready to hurt some people's feelings. Sorry.
Mm,
Some of these kids are so out of control. You just learn how not to like them. It's have nothing to do with the child, but you don't like their behavior. They
mm,
are too much. They create a very adversive room classroom environment and sometimes co-workers too. So you
mm,
don't really have much choice on those people. But guess what? It's your business. Yes, you got to serve the market. You get to choose the people you want to work with. Why? You do not want to make your business becoming your worst job. At the beginning, because you are setting up foundation, you setting
mm.
up processes, standard of operation, you setting up system. It may feel like a job for a moment, but you do not want to do that for the life of you of being an entrepreneur and being in business of your own. You don't want to create your worst job. The one way you could do, at least for now, because I have 5 different steps that we're gonna go through and how to not create your worst job for yourself. Number one, you got to pick out your ideal client.
Hmm.
I want to work with teachers that are gifted. Everybody, people think people go and get a check, just like teaching is a profession. You could go and get a check, but the gifted teachers, you know who they are. They show up
Hmm.
early, they leave late.
And they spend their own. They spend their own money.
They spend their own money, right? That's the classroom that kids you have to hide. You literally have to close your door, lock it, put the curtain down, turn off the light, just so you can have a moment to yourself. Those
Hmm.
are the gifted teachers. Those are the teachers you hear young people cannot have enough of. Those are
Wow.
the one I want to work with because of that passion, and that they're always going to show up to the world with passion. They're going to be fun to work with. Even if they get stuck, the conversation is going to be funny, right? Those are, I
Hmm.
want to have fun. I am having fun with my people. That's why I sit and I picked out who it is that I want to work with. That's why we have one-on-one conversation before to see if we connected. Not
Absolutely.
everybody come in and give me a credit. Sometimes I'm like, you know what? I thank you so much, but I think you'll be a better fit with my friend Will. I'll send him over to Will.
And vice versa. I
Yeah.
mean, again, some people would love to work with me because of my, charisma, because of this, and that, and the other. But as a professional, and I know who I can and I cannot help, I'm not gonna take someone's money because they want to work with me.
Right.
And I think that comes into with integrity. It comes with your reputation, and also just know that hey, you are not for everyone, and not everyone is for you. Pretty
Mhm.
simple.
Right. So the difference is now, remember, when you become an entrepreneur, you're not a teacher in the classroom. You are the CEO, right?
Right.
For the beginning, you're gonna do some things by yourself until you have an opportunity to delegate and build a team where everybody's gonna be doing their respective role. But in the meantime, this is not a classroom. You don't have to keep every classroom responsible for every child. Make
Hmm.
sure they learn everything else. But in business, it's completely different. So those are some of the mind shift that you gotta get ready to do when you change from classroom to entrepreneurship. Really get comfortable with the idea of saying, no, I know I need the money in the company to pay whatever ad, but unfortunately, you're not the ideal client I'm looking for. I don't you and sometimes you're not gonna have the solution for that person. I know I don't. Some of the clients that I've worked with this past year, I didn't have the solution for what they needed because it was now outside of my scope of work and
Hmm.
outside of my set of skills. I'm not taking your money to be just another person to take your money and you're still looking, right? So
Right. Right.
that to me, that's not what I want to show up with in the business ecosystem. I want to be known for providing value far and foremost. I know that it's not a cliche. If you're not coming to business, even though you're coming to make some money, but
Right.
at the end, when you make that money, the other part of that is value. So
Or
that's
impact,
money.
value, and impact.
Yeah, value and impact. That's another one. So it's important. Ideal age, you have to find out their salary because you got to know if they could afford your services. If not, you make some kind of arrangement with them.
Hmm.
That's important to know. Family structure, that's important to know. Right? Those are some of the things that generally are included in your ideal client. Now,
Hmm.
This is the
I,
question that you
I
need.
know something is coming. I'm not sure if I'm ready, but hey, let's go.
This this is the part where most people, including my friend partner here named Will, I ask him, so what did you not include in your ideal profile, sir?
That's something that I had to think, deep right before we come alive. We're just gonna be transparent here because when he answered that question, I'm like, but yeah, but come to find out that location or proximity for me, it is not something that I put on the profile because I am someone without border. I am someone that's without limit. Even though I cannot help everyone, but those that I can help, proximity location is not an issue. It is not a problem. As a matter of fact, I welcome it. Why? Because first of all, just when you're working with someone, outside your proximity, outside your the norm, or outside your what you known, you have an opportunity to learn something new. Whether it's a new language, whether it's a new, you know, just custom or tradition. So even when you're working with a new client, you're bringing them value and you're making an impact. But at the same time, because it's not just a transactional relationship, it's not a transactional. Yeah, it's not just transactional relationship. It's more like a human relationship because I think that, and that's what we are missing, and that's what we are losing. We're away from that. It's all about, if it's not money, if it doesn't make any sense, if it's not transactional, well, what about the human side? And I think we have to come back to that. For me, that's what's been really eye opening for me, to know that I can do my business without borders. I can do my business without putting any limits on who I can serve. Be it proximity or location or whatnot. Now the same question is going to come back to you because everything that you put out there is going to come back to you.
Yes.
What about you? I
I
love to know what
Yeah, I know. I have a because, like I said, I work with educators. My goal was to go from K to higher education, which is past college, and whoever want to be an educator. And in terms of the original meaning structured school system, rather be online or outline, but you are certified, educators. So that's, I had to, like, I want to help everybody. But so with that being said, for me, what's not on my list is race is not on my list. Diversity in terms of cultural diversity, it doesn't matter to me what culturally that you bring, because in fact I seek that out to make sure my clientele are as diverse as possible.
Mm,
Right. But I, like I said, but I do have gender. I do prefer to work with single women. So I don't know if that. So which mean that exclude men if they come. I'm like you said earlier, as long their personality fit, we are fit. They are definitely welcome. But I don't necessarily seek them out. Religion, I don't necessarily care about which one that is. I know some people do because of what is it that I do. I don't, it doesn't matter. Again, the more diverse, the more it's going to be fun. But it have some client of mine that because of their avatar, what exactly they're doing, that's part of theirs, but it's not part of mine. And
mm.
I did mention in age younger. I'm not discriminating against them. Again, it's just making sure what I have serve this specific group of people that I'm going to. I don't think I work with anybody under 35.
Okay,
So that's not part of my profile.
I see.
Yeah. So that's what I'm doing is to literally create a specific box so I could get in front of the people that I need to serve, because I'm gonna speak the language that they understand. So these other people, my messages, my style, my movement may repel them, and which is really what you're doing. The
Well,
reason, yeah.
absolutely, because some people, they will actually, based on what you put in your avatar profile, they will disqualify themselves before you disqualify them,
Right.
which is okay because you want to make sure that the people that are coming to you, at least they have a sense of what they want, not for you to figure it out for them. So when they come to you, they already know what they want, they already know what to expect, and then it's just a matter of finalizing whatever the contract transaction that you're doing. But if they come and not looking at the avatar, or it's not clear to them, then you're going to be wasting a lot of time trying to kind of sift through that. And I think not only you're not doing yourself you're doing yourself a disservice, but you're doing the disservice to the client. Now the client that just spent about a half an hour with you, and to find out they are not your ideal client. So I think that's
Oh
what's
man, sir, you said magic work for me. People going to disqualify themselves and waste time. As educators, the biggest problem with us is time and money. Can you imagine that you have random people coming in, you don't know them, and you take 30 minutes where you could spend that same 30 minutes with somebody
mm,
that fits? So, like I told you today, if you're uncomfortable and that's something you're struggling with, definitely follow me on IG or join our Facebook group. We're definitely going to go through that process and show you how to do that. What are some key questions you ask? It's really based on the solution that you provide in the methodology of which you deliver the solution, right?
absolutely
um, Messages, when you speak to your avatar, they're gonna, oh yeah, I'm gonna go see Will. Oh yeah, I'm gonna see Dr. Daphne. And in the same reason why this group is saying yes, the other one like, oh yeah, no, she's not for me. Guess
mm,
what? That eliminates a lot of waste of your time.
absolutely
Okay, because
absolutely
it's all of us still have the same 24 hours. We're
right
not making it more. Okay, so the reason why some people seem to be successful, according to you, because it might be your perception,
right
is because they are better at one, describing the ideal client, two, maximize their time, to serve and connect. Right? All the different things we're gonna show you how to do. So, what about you? So how Will, I just said, how do you manage your time? What's other way that you make sure that the wrong person doesn't get access to you?
Again, I think it's very clear. The what I do, I make sure that they answer certain questions.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever they're gonna book a call, they're gonna be answering certain questions. Some people, quote unquote, lie just to get through. Then just in the first minute or two, I'll know that they did not, because I will ask them a certain question, and then I'll know that they did not, properly. And that's a red flag for me from the get go. If you are being manipulative, or you are just not, uh, 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 coming forth, truthfully, it lets me know. I mean, at the very beginning, what's going to happen at the end. So by me having a certain set of questions, it eliminates at least 50% of the people. So I know the rest that's going to come. I'm going to have to eliminate at least half of that.
Right.
So if I have 100 people that come through, 50%, 50 of them was going to be gone right from the questions, and I'm going to eliminate 25 more as I dig deeper, and then I'm going to start sniffing through the rest of the 25, and not pick the top five. So I'm very, very key with that. Also, in the way that I manage my time is charge more and having less client. Now, here's the thing: I had a client one time, and it was mind blowing, because I said, you know what, I'm going to have to raise my price. How am I going to justify that? And I told the client, I said, listen, I want to, truthfully, I want to have more time to work out. I want to have more time for myself, and I want to have more time to sleep, and I want to be present for you. So therefore, I'm going to have to reduce the clientele that I have, and I'm going to have to charge you more.
Well, I'm listening to you. I want to be devil's advocate before you continue. So when you charge more, did you provide more value?
No, I didn't more provide. In a sense, I provide more value, because now I'm able to do more research. I'm able to spend more time being present, really present with my client, and making sure that everything is clear, that I'm answering the question. And also, in some sense, it does provide, because now, if they have a quick question outside of the coaching, I'm able to answer that, because I don't have to worry about so many other clients. So in a sense, I do provide a little bit more value, but it's more about the clarity. It's more about the 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 quality that I'm bringing. It's
Yeah.
not so much about value, but it's the quality of the coaching that they're getting that is much more valuable, if you will.
Good. Now, because somebody's gonna ask, what? Why should I pay more for? Because what you want. That has nothing to do with me.
Mm,
So before you continue, I want to make sure I sneak that question in. So give you opportunity for you to answer the price more mean more value because you have quality time you could serve at the highest level versus if you were tired, cranky, you
right.
you are still a human being,
Mm-hmm.
right? People, you already got the money, you already got your money, right? I got my money, so we could always find a reason why you're not serving. So I just
Right.
wanted to make sure you address that, just in case somebody was asking. Um,
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
appreciate it. Now, as you were talking in terms of eliminating the people that are not your ideal client, did you hear right? There is a thought process. There's sometimes that take into that. We create a form before
Mm-hmm.
people book a call. They have to answer some question. Some people may be truthful or not to get into you. So that is another reason why it's key to know your ideal client. Because you're gonna post your link, you're gonna share your business, you're gonna talk to your friend, you're gonna be on social media. There's gonna be a lot of people have access to you. Just
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of people have access to you online doesn't mean they get through proximity. That's what we'll talk about earlier. Proximity is very important. Proximity is a phone call to hear your voice. Proximity is for you to sit and actually have a conversation with
Absolutely.
someone. Because as I'm talking here with Will, guess what? Time is passing. There's other people that need stuff that we need to serve, but we cannot because we're here in this live, right? It's
Right.
important. So I want you to start thinking about it. For those of you that are really, really struggling, cannot figure it out, you do not have to rush, but you do need to take sometimes and draw a picture, list a bunch of words, list what does it feel like to work with somebody, what does that person look like, what does it feel like, what question are they asking you, how are
Mm,
you answering, how old are they, what do they look like, are they old, are they young, are they in the middle, are they women,
right.
are the men. So it's just a list of different things. Do the general stuff first, and as you drill down, they remember down to the one person. That's another word we use, the word funnel, because funnel is just a quick way of saying you start really big at the top until you go down to the little narrow area.
Right.
Those are where your ideal client is, in that little narrow area. Okay, so it's coming
Absolutely.
to that time again for us to come off this live. I hope we were very helpful and clear and explaining to you why it is quite important for you to clearly describe your ideal client, because this is your business. You get to make the amount of money you want, charging based on your expertise and the level of value and impact that you are providing to the business world, because we don't need yet another person with their cars and taking money. Show
Nah,
up,
nah.
please. Yeah, show up to make impact, show up to add value. Don't, well, I'm gonna find out, because me, I will definitely give you back your money, because I'm not gonna want you under my brand. So that Parallelogram Institute don't have time for that, because we exist to provide value. And the way we do that, not only for myself, we provide value for you, and you also have. So it's triple the amount. I do, you do, we do. You're
Absolutely.
a teacher, you understand that. So is there anything else you want to wrap up before we get out of this live, Will?
Well, I just the only thing I could say is just I hope they see the value and I hope they appreciate what we're bringing to them because although it may be half an hour, but we do talk prior to coming to live to bring this value. Not only that, there's a sense of satisfaction of what we do and we love what we're doing, but at the same time, it's time taken away from something else we could be doing, which is fine. But we just hope that you take something away from this, and then we would love to hear from you. We would love to get your feedback, whether it's about my hair, whether it's about my nose, my background, whatever it is. Please let us know that you appreciate what we do, and if there's anything that we say that was not clear to you, or unintentionally we offended you, we said something, we do apologize. Especially for me as a man, I quite often find myself putting my foot in my mouth, and sometimes Dr. Daphne have to help me out. But other than that, we love you. Thank you for being with us in the midweek. If there's anything that we can do to serve you, please let us know. We are here for that. You're getting two for the price of one, right? and we appreciate you more than you think. And one thing I want to let you know, we love you. We absolutely stick and love you so much, and there's nothing you can do about that. How about that?
I just want to say amen, my brother, and proud of the
Yes.
people, because that was proud of the people. That was beautifully wrapped up and done. We both have different signature, different programs going on, but when
Right.
we come into these days, we are definitely here to provide value. Check our YouTube channel, mine his. We are on social media under
Mm-hmm.
our name, like you could see the tags.
Right.
Don't forget to join my Facebook group. That's what I'm looking forward to. That's where we actually go into depth sometimes into these different things worksheet when we have people working with us. Okay. So with that all being said, everybody, make sure you tag along some of the things you do not include in your ideal file, ideal client
Yeah.
profile, and some of the things you do include in your ideal profile. I would love to see how many things that we all have in common on both in and out of deciding our ideal profile. Okay.
Right. All
So
right.
thank you so much. Have a fantastic evening. Have a great Thursday, great Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. Subscribe, comment, like. I always wanted to do that, by the way. I did it.
All right, guys. You take care now.
Bye bye, everyone.
Bye.